Give it up for Kevin Albus. Holy shit, your next comic treats something else. We actually hung out last night. Nothing sexual.
That's her line.
I don't know, somehow we ended up at Good Neighbors on freaking 118. And holy fucking spent the neat night talking about hee-ho-has and you had to be there. But she can swing a mean bat. And I got the video to prove it.
Introduce her.
Give it up for Heather Morgan.
Thanks, Corey. If you want to see me completely humiliate myself, you asked me to see that video because it is phenomenal. Can I ask for a round of applause? Eric, it was your first time. Man, like, come on. Like, come back, do it again, keep it up, man. Yeah, pat on your back, that's awesome. It's always good to see, fresh meat. But, Sheldon, I was not going to do this joke that I was nothing to do with my set, but I think you would appreciate it on your joke.
Okay.
What idiot decided to call it anal sex and not tainted love? I'll let you ruminate on that one for a moment. Anyway. Do we have any parents in the crowd at all? One? Okay, so you're the only other one who made, really poor decisions. Got it. No, kids are fun, though, aren't they? Like, do you ever tell your kid, how old's your kid?
10 seconds.
Oh, okay, all right, mine's 11. You ever tell them something crazy just because they're gullible? Right? Yeah, I know. They're so much fun. I've had my daughter convinced for years that in the olden days, everything actually was black and white. I also informed her that the knots on trees, those are leprechaun doors. And if you happen to be so lucky, you can knock and maybe one will answer. And that bought me a few minutes every day to get dinner going while she was in the tree or in the backyard trying out the tree. Which kind of backfired on me one day. We're standing out front of her school and I was talking to a fellow parent. And my kid goes running off. She's like, "Mom, it's got to be a hotel!" And she just starts rapping on the trunk, going, "Housekeeping?" And the parent's just, "What the?" And I'm like, I dropped her a couple of times. Don't worry about it. One of her little friends was over on a really hot day. And I gave the kids frozen water bottles, right? And he looks at it and he just spoke to him. And he's just like, "How did they get the ice in the bottle?" My kid looked at me right away like, "Don't you dare. His mom is way more normal than you are." And then later that day, we wound up, me and the kids, we were talking about safety. And I was like, Jacob, the little friend there, I was like, what would you do? If somebody picked you up, if somebody tried to kidnap you, what would you do to get them to, stop or let you go? And he's like, "Oh, I'd annoy them." And I was like, "Oh, kid, you just turned this kidnapping into a murder." That was the last time she ever asked me to watch her. A little while ago, I was taking a little walk down memory lane. I decided to show my kid the classic movie Gremlins. Okay, and she was really enjoying it. They're cute little critter, and then they're even cute when they start to multiply and they start partying it up. But it's when the mom walks into the kitchen and they're just tearing it apart. She reaches over and turns on that blender to make some kind of ghoulish guacamole with one of them. I burst out laughing because that's when I realized that I didn't tell my kid it was a horror movie. But they get us back. They really do. They get us back. Not too long ago, a friend of mine asked if she was afraid of clowns. And all she did was go, "Well, I live with this." And I don't know who's raising this little savage, but touche, frankly. I think she was about 4 years old. We were at a slow pitch game. And she comes over and she's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And I'm like, well, there's no porta potties. Like, sorry, kid, you're gonna have to go in the bushes. Like, we're too far from anything. And she's like, I have to poop. And I'm like, okay, well, there's wipes in the bag again. I can't get you anywhere quickly enough to help you. So she disappears. My team hits the field. I'm playing second base. I'm paying attention. I'm watching the batter. And then I realized, over the catcher's shoulder, I see my kid come tearing out of the trees, and she's waving a branch above her head. She looks like, she's laughing maniacally. She looks like this tiny, psycho, Xena warrior princess. And to my abject horror, I realized that at the end of this spear is a very large piece of excrement. She rushes the stands, smears it along the bench like some kind of demented war paint, and then runs on over to the other team and proceeds to try to sell it. And that, my friends, is when I found out that my kid is a shit salesman. Alright, thank you guys.
Give it up for Heather Morgan.